back to the mat, my beautiful friend. Today's yoga flow is going to be all about cultivating calmness, finding the calm within the storm. So the first part of the class might feel like it's quite fluid and maybe quite fast, but it's all about ceasing the fluctuations of your mind. That is exactly what yoga is. It's not so much about the asanas or the postures, although they help us cease the fluctuations of the mind. It's more about understanding how we can bring ourselves back to balance or union with one than it is maybe about being flexible. So when we are talking about ceasing the fluctuations of the mind, if things feel fast or they feel a little bit overwhelming, remind yourself that you can and you will get through it because you have done before. A lot of the time we forget how to calm ourselves down. It can be really easy, like the wind getting caught in your sails, to get carried away. But we are going to bring back the control and find the calmness within the sense of that storm. So if you experience any of that in today's yoga flow, if it is feeling quite fast or fluid, know that you can always tap in, listen to your body and find the calmness by meeting with your breath, and you'll cease the fluctuations of your mind. So with that all being said, let's come down onto the mat and begin with a nice little cat-cow. So just taking the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're going to dip the belly down, inhale, and I want you to imagine that you're pulling open your collarbones. That's it. Letting that belly stretch and drop down. And then we'll reverse that. Press the tops of your feet firmly into the mat. Begin to round through your tailbone, pressing through your hands. And then just take a big deep breath in. Find that fluid motion. Find what your spine, what your body needs as we go through this. Rounding through the belly. That's it. And then dipping down. Nice. Good one. Let's go for one more round here. And then coming all the way back to neutral. Let's tuck our little toes and make your way back into your first downward facing dog. So quite a big start here already. We're just going to pedal out through the feet and find that really nice, strong downward dog position. So pressing all 10 fingers into the mat, you're just pedaling out those feet, finding length down the back of those legs. And then let's begin to bring them into stillness and find a really, really strong and powerful position. So gentle bend in the knees if you need it. I want you to lift your hips up towards the sky, pull that belly button in. Really nice. Take a big deep breath. And as you exhale, let's push that chest towards the thighs. Good. We're going to slowly and gently rock forward into our high plank position, bringing those shoulders over the wrists and giving your pitch a little bit, a nice little squeeze just to help keep that lower back in check. Bending the knees, let's press all the way back into our downward facing dog. Starting to build up a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a wave. Rolling forward on your next inhale breath. And then exhale, bend knees, be back in downward facing dog. Let's go through one more of those. Rolling all the way forward, good. Bend the knees, back to your downward facing dog. Really nice. Let's begin to walk the feet towards the hands, keeping those legs as straight as you possibly can to really stretch right out through the back. Make your way to the top of your mat and then bring that belly button up and in to create a little bit more space. And come up to a halfway lift, dragging those hands halfway up the shins. Take a big deep breath and exhale, forward fold. We're going to root to rise, so planting those feet firmly into the floor. Can you sweep the arms all the way forward and up? Beautiful. And then bring the hands together through heart center. And then come all the way down through your forward fold. Really nice. Let your hands find the earth. And then this time I just want you to step one foot all the way back. Really nice. Finding that low crescent lunge and pressing your hips into the floor to really find the openness here. Keeping that one hand planted down to the ground, we're going to come for a closed twist. So reaching your opposite arm up to the sky or twisting towards that knee. Really nice. And then begin to reach right up for the sky. Press your other hand firmly into the mat. Take an inhale breath. And exhale, bring it all the way down to the inside of that foot. Nice. Can you step that foot all the way back? Beautiful. And you can keep your knees lifted or lowered as we go through our first little mini flow for the day. So hugging those elbows in towards each other, come halfway down. Inhale into your upward facing dog. Open up those collarbones just like that cat-cow. Rolling over the tops of the feet, you'll make your way back into your downward facing dog. Nice. Can you lift that same leg that we just stepped back first? Tiger curl the knee towards the nose and step it in between the hands. You're back in your crescent lunge on the opposite side. Good. Let's find that closed twist on the other side. Big reach all the way up. Nice. Inhale, press through your bottom hand. And exhale, frame that front foot. Can you step your back foot forward? Find your forward fold. Really nice. Take a halfway lift, inhale. And exhale, fold it all the way down. Bend those knees, root to rise. Sweep those hands all the way up. Let hands find prayer position over the top of your head and come down into your forward fold. Really good. Let your hands find the ground. This time I want you to step the opposite foot back first. Okay, so we're going to get a bit, hopefully not too confused with our left and rights. This time find a closed twist, opposite side first. Big reach up. Good. Exhale, come all the way down. Let's step that foot back, find your high plank. Good. Chaturanga here, so bending those elbows, coming down halfway. Inhale into your upward facing. Make your way into your downward facing dog. Really nice. So we're going to step the opposite foot forward this time. Beautiful. Knee to nose, step it in between. Find that closed twist on the other side. That's it, big reach up. Beautiful. Take that hand down. Step your back foot forward, find your forward fold. Lovely. Take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold all the way down, root to rise. Sweep the arms all the way up. This time, little change, we're going to find a chair pose. So what I want you to do is sink your bum back down behind you, reaching those arms forward without arching that lower back. Tuck that tailbone in and under, and then find that beautiful seat. Beautiful. Begin to step those feet nice and close together here so that you've got a really strong, stable base. We're going to come into a twisted chair. So can you take your hands to heart center? Good. And we're going to take opposite elbow to knee. So begin to twist over to one side and then place the elbow to the outside of that knee and begin to find that twist and rinse through the spine. Nice work. Take a big, deep breath. And exhale, stay for the rinse. So this might be where the heart rate starts to get up a little bit. Might start to feel a little bit stormy. You've got some heat building in the knees, the quads, the glutes, and also the upper body, but we're here for it. Know that at any time you can return to your breath. Take that big, deep inhalation, slow exhalation, and know that you can calm yourself down. Really nice. We're going to make our way all the way back into our chair pose. Releasing that, keep those knees bent. Come all the way up. Stay in this bent knee position. Have a little think about where your lower back is, if you need to tuck that tailbone under. Maybe you want to try reaching the arms all the way up, just a little bit higher, biceps by your ears. That's it. Alrighty, we're going to do our twisted chair to the other side. So can you bring your hands to heart center? Nice. And then slowly begin to twist to the opposite side this time. Letting the elbow and knee connect. Find that rinse and twist. Beautiful. Drop your bum down a little more if the space allows. And begin to inhale quite deeply. Taking it all in through the nose. And then that slow, long breath out through the mouth. Nice one. Can you twist and open up that chest a little bit more? Finding the side quite tight. Slowly going to come out. Find yourself into your chair pose. Beautiful work. Alrighty, we're going to turn the heat up just a little bit here. We're going to find a beautiful forward fold. Let your hands find the ground. I want you to step, hop, or jump back into your high plank. That's it. From here, we're going to come down chaturanga. Inhale into your upward facing. Open up those collarbones. Exhale, make your way to downward facing dog. Beautiful. We're going to step, hop, or jump to the top of our mats. That's it. Find a nice little halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Root to rise. Sweep those arms all the way up. Ooh, change your pace. Exhale, fold all the way down. Nice. Let those hands find the earth. Step, hop, or jump back. High plank. Make your way into your low plank. Inhale into that upward facing. And exhale into your downward facing dog. You know where we're going to go. We're going to make our way to the top of the mat. Your version, your flow. When you get there, find that halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Sweep up, root to rise. We got this. One more time. Exhale, fold all the way down. Let's let those hands find the earth. Make your way into your high plank. Lower halfway down. Inhale into your upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog is where we go. Ooh, find some calmness here. Just like the weather, this too shall pass. Things are ebbing and flowing. and we get to choose how we respond. So just have a little think about how the body feels, what is racing through the mind, and begin to calm it right back down. You know exactly how to do that. While we're here and calming everything down, can you just make any little adjustments that you need to in your downward facing dog? Do you need to lift the hips? Do you need to take the chest towards the thighs a bit more? Nice. One big round of breath. Inhale. Exhale. Really good. Alrighty, what we're going to do is we're going to lift one leg all the way up, just like we started. Tiger curl. Bring that knee to nose. Good. Let's step it in between the hands. I want you to drop your back knee down this time. Untuck the toes and find your closed twist. Beautiful. Now you can either stay here in the closed twist, opening up those inner thighs, or maybe you reach back and see if you can grab the outer blade of your back foot. So we're in a little bit of a twisted lunge here. This is just an option. Otherwise, what you can do is reach the arm all the way back and pretend that you are grabbing for that foot. If you happen to catch the foot, just really rotate through the upper spine and see if you can create that nice little twist. And also think about stretching through the quad here. Take a big breath in. Exhale, rinse and twist. So nice. We're going to gently release the hand from the foot. Turn to the front. Let's find our half monkey, sending the bum back, length through that front leg. Now finding some stretch through the back of the hamstrings can sometimes be quite painful. So take it at your own pace. Take an inhale, see if you can roll those shoulders back and down, and exhale, sinking into it, keeping a gentle bend behind the back of the hand, behind the knee if you need to, just to find that length in the hamstring. Really nice. Slowly walk those hands forward, begin to bend that knee. Frame that front foot, let's tuck that back toe and lift the knee. Step that foot all the way back, and let's go through one version of a flow, little chaturanga. So bending those elbows down, inhale into your upward facing, and then exhale into your downward facing dog. Really nice. So we're going to do that all on the other side. So this time lift your opposite leg all the way up. Tiger curl, bend the knee towards the nose, step it in between the hands. You got it? Let's drop that back knee down. We've got that little flat foot at the back there. And then we're going to find the closed twist. This is where we start, closed twist. Now, if you want to begin to reach back, and just reaching for the back of your mat is completely fine. Otherwise, if you want to, maybe you try and catch that foot. Each side is going to feel totally different to the other. Okay, I'm just going to readjust my hips there. That's better. Nice. So find that twist. We've warmed up the spine by doing so. Can you take an inhale? And exhale. Maybe you find a deeper stretch through the quad. Pretty strong, right? Lovely. Let's let go of that foot really gently. Place it back down. Come forward and find your half monkey. Good job. That's it. So intense pose transfers into another intense pose. What do? Remind ourselves to breathe. Okay. So in this position, just lifting up, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, sink it back. You got it, you got it. Begin to bend that front knee. Walk the hands forward. Press into the floor or your mat. Step back, high plank. Down into your low plank. Inhale into your upward facing. Gorgeous. Rolling over the tops of the feet. Downward facing dog is where we meet. Can you begin to take your eye gaze forward? You can step, hop or jump to the top of your mat. Nice. Then just take a nice little halfway lift and exhale, forward fold. Really nice. Root to rise. We're going to sweep the arms all the way up. Beautiful. We're going to take a big step back and find our crescent lunge. So planting one foot all the way down, we're going to take a big step back and find that crescent lunge. Really nice. Reaching the arms all the way up, maybe finding a bit of a back bend and also that length through your hip flexor here. We're going to bring the hands to heart center and find our little twisted crescent lunge here. So just like the start of the class, we're going to hook the elbow and knee together, and then we're going to press the hands together and find that twist. Engage your back quad quite a lot here. When it's bent, it doesn't offer as strong a base of support. So just find that. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Gently come out of that. Reach the arms all the way up, crescent lunge. Can you drop your back knee down, untuck the back toe, and maybe find a back bend? Good. Taking it all the way back into your half monkey. Feels familiar. And then walk the hands all the way forward. Frame the front foot. Take an optional flow or meet back in your downward facing dog. We're going to find that all out on the other side. Beautiful stuff. So just lift one leg, the opposite leg to what we just worked. Step it on through the hands and then step the feet together. Really good. Sweep the arms all the way up. Reach for the sky. This time we're back and we're going to step the opposite foot all the way back. Find that crescent lunge. Just make sure it's to the opposite side. Good. Maybe find a little back bend here. Reach and stretch through the front of the abdominals. And then slowly bring those hands to heart center. Leaning forward, find your twisted crescent. That's the way. Good. Really try and get your elbow and knee firmly in towards each other. And then press evenly from knee to elbow to really initiate the twist. What's going on in the back leg? If you need to, engage a little more. Good. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good work. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Slowly coming forward. Can you drop your back knee down? Anjaneyasana. Reaching back. Find that big stretch. Gorgeous. And then come back into your half monkey. There we go. Ooh. Feeling the goods. Slowly walk the hands forward. Let's even this up on one side. Finding an optional flow if you need to. Stepping back, high to low plank. Inhale into upward facing. Exhale into downward facing dog. Beautiful. This time drop the knees all the way down. Let's find a child's pose. So taking the knees nice and wide. Bringing those big toes to touch. And reaching the arms as far forward as they will go. That's it. Just taking those big inhalations there. Reaching the arms forward, forward, forward. As you drag the bum all the way back towards the heels. Really nice. We're slowly going to make our way down onto the belly. And we're going to go for a little bit of a back bend here. So we've done a little bit of prep work. Starting Sphinx pose, that could very well be enough for you. And then we're going to come down and rest the forehead. Otherwise, if you're familiar with bow pose, we are going to go there. So what we'll do is reaching the arms back behind us, keeping the palms face down. I want you to begin by reaching for the back of your mat, lifting up your chest. Really nice. Now you could stay here or you can transfer into Sphinx pose if that's what feels good. Otherwise, start to bend your heel towards your bum and catch the top of your foot. Beautiful. Let's go the same on the other side. Nice. And once you've got a firm hold, I want you to start kicking your feet into your hands so that you can lift the chest up off the ground. Awesome. Now with this, can you lift your quadriceps off the ground and also begin to open up through those collarbones? It might feel nice to calm the body and the mind down by closing the eyes. Sometimes that helps. And then maybe you want to kick a little bit harder. Beautiful. Keep breathing all the way through this movement. Maybe you've got a little bit more space to give. One more inhalation. Exhale, slowly come all the way out. Let your quads find the floor, then let go of the feet. Place your hands underneath your face. So good. We're going to do another one of those. So just preparing for what feels good for you and what feels good for your body today. If your back feels a little bit sensitive, don't go into the full back bend. You can always just come into one of the first two postures. So let's begin to take the hands out from underneath the face and then reach back towards the mat. So good. Now from here, you stay here or maybe go into Sphinx pose. Otherwise, start to catch your feet nice and gently, tops of the feet. Now you may only get the tops of the feet. That's okay for today. Otherwise, if you want a little more, begin to kick those feet into the hands, open up through the chest. A big pull through the chest here. Good. Can you kick and open up a little more? Maybe press into those hips. Nice. Feel the stretch, feel the openness, invite it in. It's okay. Inhale. Exhale, slowly release. Ooh, so good. Let's begin to place the hands by the chest and then come all the way up into your 4-point kneel. Really nice. We're going to sit down and just open up through the inner thighs here. So you need to come into your seat and we're going to just take the feet, butterfly them together. Now they don't have to be super close into the body. They can be as far away as you need. And we're going to begin to hinge at the hips. So just reaching forward, really nice. Keeping the back as flat as you possibly can. Coming into that really nice position. Just a little butterfly position, as flat as the back will go. Good, take an inhale, halfway lift. And an exhale, forward fold. Good, begin to move through that as feels good for you. Okay, so close those eyes down. We inhale, we lift, and we lower. That's it, opening up through the inner thighs, making any adjustments along the way. Really nice. I want you to take it down to your lowest point and release all effort. Begin to round through that upper back. Feeling that sense of calm. Starting to feel the hips open. And just letting the breath take you wherever it needs to go. Can feel maybe a little bit uncomfortable, but just work through it. Notice what's coming up, what's leaving. And notice any bits and pieces that just don't serve you today. If you can, try and exhale them out, release them with the breath. We've only got one more round here before we come down onto our back. Take a big deep breath in. Big deep breath out. Lovely. Slowly stack the vertebrae one at a time and come all the way up into a nice seat. What we're going to do is just take the outsides of the knees, bring your knees back up, and then we're slowly going to lower all the way down. Really nice. Tucking that tailbone, just like we did one vertebrae at a spot at a time when we restacked the spine. We're going to lower all the way down and find your final posture, your Shavasana. So lots of opening up of the hips, the quads, the chest in this yoga flow. But now it's time to just feel and check in with what the body is feeling and what it is telling you. If you have trouble unwinding, place one hand on the belly and one hand on the heart. And just notice the subtle rise and fall of the chest and belly with each inhalation and exhalation. Start to notice the energy that you've cultivated throughout this practice. And just notice that it's sort of buzzing around the body. Taking notice of where it's showing up the most. And if it's showing up somewhere the least, maybe consciously send a little bit more energy that way. Good. Begin to notice the environment around you, the temperature of the skin, any noises, any things that are showing up in your body still. Notice them, welcome them, be okay with them. When you are ready, just slowly rolling onto one side, having a little pause and letting everything just adjust. And then you can make your way up into your comfortable seat. Crossing your legs, stacking the spine nice and tall. And come into your tallest position that you've been in all day. Once you get there, take that big, beautiful shoulder roll all the way up and down, standing or sitting tall and proud. And think of one reason why you are proud of yourself for showing up today. Whether it was to stretch your body, honor your body, or to just show your body a little bit of love. Every single reason is valid and is a reason to give you a sense of pride about making it to the mat, even in the busiest of times. Seal that thought with one big final inhalation. Very slow exhalation. Bring your hands to heart center, thumb tip to third eye. bow your head in gratitude for your body, your mind, and this practice. And slowly blink open the eyes. My friend, well done for making it through a fast and slow practice. Maybe with a few moves we haven't done for a while, opening up the body, welcoming in any challenges that came your way, and also calming down things with your sense of breath. Know that you have more control over your external circumstances than what we think we do. And we can always come back to that yoga breath and ceasing the fluctuations of the mind simply by doing a few postures or a few breaths. So hope you enjoyed that one, my friend, and I look forward to seeing you on the mat again very, very soon.